There are a lot of different opinions just floating around on the internet about Modern Warfare 2, and I mean, I hate to contribute to all of it, but here I am making this video. So, with this game, I have tried, I think, 3 separate times to actually make this video, and for better or for worse, my opinion of this game has been changing and evolving, and my emotions surrounding the game has changed quite a bit. I started off kind of like hating the game, and then I was just kind of loving it, and now I'm kind of feeling a little meh, teetering on meh, kind of more love. But there is so much for me to process about this game, and I really don't have the right words to be able to describe it. So this is kind of not really going to be a very well-structured video, but it's just more of a ramble. But the main thing that I want to say is I wanted to return this game, just get rid of it off of my account. But what I have learned over the journey of experiencing this game is that you have to remember to have fun with it. With that in mind, let us actually talk about the campaign. With the campaign, I was playing through it, just kind of doing whatever. I always feel compelled to finish the campaign before I actually start the multiplayer. Don't really know why I have that, but I know I am not the only one that has that weird quirk, if you want to call it that. But I was so skeptical of the campaign. I experienced a glitch. Every mission just felt like a rehash of some other mission that I have played, either in the way old Modern Warfare games or even just in the 2019 Modern Warfare. And I honestly wanted to return it after I finished the campaign and started to play the multiplayer a little bit, but I honestly wanted to return it. And if it wasn't for PlayStation's kind of what I would call iffy return policy for digital games, I probably wouldn't be having this discussion right now. After I finished the campaign, again, just feeling frustrated at the campaign itself, and 2, not being able to actually return it, I decided to make a quick little video, like it was a YouTube short and a TikTok about what I had experienced so far. And it wasn't pushback, but I got some comments that I guess really kind of made me think about the campaign again. And I guess I don't want to say that I was easily swayed by these comments to change my mind, but they brought up some decent points, and I think I was just so much in my head with the campaign and how I felt about it that I needed these comments to really just kind of shift the way I was thinking about the campaign. And honestly, as I started to rethink how I felt about the campaign, there were a lot of good levels. There was the alone level where you were making your way through the city by yourself, wounded, and you had to get materials together to create like a lockpick and like smoke screens and all this stuff. And it was a fun level to go through. It was stressful. The campaign in this level and just overall obviously looked very, very pretty, very realistic. And there was like a rehash of the Gillied Up mission from, I believe, Modern Warfare, the original Call of Duty 4, if you want to call it that. And at first I was so skeptical of it. I was like, it's just a rehash of it. But looking at it again, it really wasn't. It had similar elements for sure, but there were actually different ways that you could engage with this mission. You could go all stealth, or you could honestly just open up and just start shooting everyone with your unsilenced weapons. After the shift in my thinking, I began to really appreciate what this campaign did. As I mentioned, some of it was rehashed. I mean, the general at the beginning of the game, spoiler warning, is named General Shepard, and if you've played the old Modern Warfare, you know what happens with General Shepard. And the same thing happened again. And not to the same extent, but it happened again. But anywho, they did it in a different way, and I was trying way too much to compare this game to what I already knew from previous games. And the interesting or The thing that I had to keep reminding myself was that Modern Warfare 2, the one that I was comparing it to, and Modern Warfare 3, was... And yeah, I just Googled it, and the original Modern Warfare 2 came out on November 10th, 2009. That is 13 years ago. The gaming landscape was drastically different. The consoles were drastically different. And it's something that since I was initially skeptical and I kept comparing it to this game, and it was just like, no, these are two completely separate things. These are separate stories. It is 2 generations, technically, after console generations, after it initially came out. Xbox 360, PS3 versus PS5 and the Xbox Series X. If you're able to have those consoles, I know you can still play it on last gen, but that's a whole different thing. Anywho, I stopped comparing these 2 games and just took Modern Warfare, the new one, Modern Warfare 2's campaign for what it was. And when you boil it down, was it a memorable campaign? For me, maybe not so much, but the thing is, while not memorable, it was a good time to play through, and there are some levels that I did really enjoy and I will remember, but overall the campaign is something that I did not find all that memorable. Now, so I've said my piece about the campaign part, and now I'm going to move on to the multiplayer. Just to get this out of the way, I'm really not a Warzone or DMZ person. I've tried a little bit of both, even with this new game, and it's just not my thing. I like the typical gameplay matches, like Hardpoint, Kill Confirm, just Team Deathmatch. I like those modes for multiplayer, just kind of more straightforward. And I've been playing the multiplayer for a while now. And the thing is, there's, again, a lot of opinions, a lot of hot takes that are just on the internet that you can consume. There's just a lot of hot takes and different things on the internet just talking about how you should play, what guns you should play as, like the meta of the game, and just people telling me that if I play a certain way, I'm just a certain type of player. And there's just these weird insults being hurled around, like a Timmy, which I don't really even know what that is. I assume it's like the 12-year-old kid that's playing Call of Duty, or the 70-inch casual gamers, and all these, I guess, internet personalities were just complaining and just saying that these players are ruining this game, and they're just sounding off about how this thing's horrible, that thing's horrible. And to an extent, I was starting to believe it. Like, I wasn't having any fun. I was getting annoyed with the grind of the multiplayer, unlocking the guns and all this stuff, and it just really started to wear me down. And I was even getting to the point again where it's like, you know what, I don't even need a return. I'm just going to delete this from my account and never worry about it again. I was getting to that point where it was just like this, why did I spend my money on this game? Because I'm not the best, and I would definitely consider myself a casual, and it's just, why am I bothering wasting my time playing this game some more, and why did I waste the $70 to buy this game? But then a while ago, something actually clicked in my head. Who the fuck are these people on the internet that I see to tell me how to play the game? And you know what? The meta for this game, just fuck it. I'm gonna grind for camos, and I am going to have a hell of a time doing it, not caring about my KD ratio or if I just have a terrible 5-10 game. I'm just gonna play Call of Duty my way. And honestly, once I embraced this mentality of who the fuck are these people to tell me how to play this game, I started to have so much more fun, because I'm gonna grind for camos, and I'm gonna play with whatever gun and whatever weapon attachments I happen to have, and that honestly worked for me. You know what? I'm gonna run around with a riot shield, throwing knives, and a pistol just to make it fun, and I'm just gonna have a good time, just chuckling at some of the shenanigans that I can get away with. It is ridiculous that I could get a triple kill with 2 throwing knives and bashing the last player with the riot shield. There is no feeling like it. And honestly, to sum up the entire multiplayer experience, it's really just kind of the same shit, different Call of Duty. It's just the same stuff over and over and over again. And I'm not just talking about gameplay either. I'm talking about the people complaining, the people telling me how to play, just all that stuff. Just same thing, just different Call of Duty. And with all of that in mind, just the multiplayer overall, I've honestly been having fun with it. It's been a good time, and like I said, when I was playing my way, I am actually having a lot of fun. To start to wrap up this video, with a couple of final thoughts, and one of those thoughts is there's a lot of noise around this Call of Duty, and as I've been thinking about this, trying to make this video, it's about the same as it is for every Call of Duty. It seems to be getting worse, but I think that is because there's such a monetary incentive for online discourse nowadays that it's just kind of getting in the way of it. And currently with the game, with the campaign and multiplayer, I had fun with the campaign and I am currently having fun with the multiplayer. But honestly, that might change. Not even so much that it's like going to change for the worse, but it's just going to, the fun of Call of Duty is going to wear out. The thing about Call of Duty that, for me personally, is it will always have a very specific itch that won't be scratched until I play Call of Duty again. And that's partially why I bought this game, was I needed to satisfy that itch, and so far it's been doing a great job and I've been having a fun time with it. To highlight the one main point that I want to tell about this game is through a brief story of, honestly, my funniest mic exchange that I have experienced. At least to me, it was pretty funny. I don't remember what I was running at the time. I'm sure I was just kind of trolling around, again, just grinding for camos and just kind of just having a good time doing whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And we lost that game, my team and I, which, whatever, I didn't care. But then, you know, at the end of the game, you can chat with the enemy team. And this dude just pipes up, for no reason, just like, man, you guys suck. And my response was, huh, let's see if I give a fuck. And I audibly heard this guy say, huh. And it was so funny to me because I don't think he comprehended that I just don't really care if I lost. I don't care if I had a terrible KD ratio. I was having a good time, and while other people may have found it super annoying that of the way that I was playing, I don't really care. They have no effect over me. I have no effect over them. And with that, really just kind of highlights the main point of this video is if you play your way and you have fun the way that you want to have fun, whether it's camping the hell out of the whole map and just hearing people rage as you kill them for the 5th time in a row, or if it's running around the map with a riot shield, or quick scoping people as they come around a corner and just running around with a knife and dead silence, you know what? You do you. Now, also to undercut all of that, I guess I will say, if you haven't been feeling the last couple of Call of Duties, this definitely is not going to change your mind. It's just, as I said before, same shit, different Call of Duty. With all that being said, if you like this video, hit the like button, and if you have any questions, comments, if any of this resonated with you, I would love to hear from you down in the comments below. And if you really did enjoy this video, hit that subscribe button, and also remember to ring that little bell so you know when I post new videos, when I stream, when I do shorts, anything like that. But with that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.